For all the gun owners in St. Charles County, you have a choice to make in the upcoming August 6th Republican Party primary. Adam Schnelting versus Phil Christofanelli. Who's going to fight for your gun rights in the Missouri State Senate? Stay tuned, guys. We're breaking this race down right now. Hey guys, Aaron Dorr here with the Missouri Firearms Coalition. The August primary is in sight, and we're being asked by a lot of gun owners in St. Charles County about this matchup between Adam Schnelting and Phil Christofanelli. Again, it's St. Charles County, right over here on the map. The race is an open seat primary because Bill Eigel has served his 8 years in the Senate. He's now running for governor, and it's created this vacancy. Sometimes in these primaries, we have candidates with no history, and it makes it harder for us to give you guys the real facts on where these candidates stand. But thankfully, that's not the case with these two candidates. Phil has been in the Missouri House for 8 years. Adam's been there for 6 years, and we have a lot of concrete facts to give you on where these two candidates stand. The question you ask us every 2 years or every 4 years in the case of a Senate term, it's the same thing. Who can we count on? Who can we trust? Everyone's pro-gun, everyone's a hero, everyone's a champion at election time, and then all too often we have Republicans in Jeff City who will talk about passing red flag gun seizures or talk about trying to whittle away at the best parts of the Second Amendment Preservation Act. And so trust, believability, that's the main question you guys are asking us about in this 2024 election cycle. And so what we've done here at the Missouri Firearms Coalition is combine the results of our candidate survey program, all of the votes these guys have taken, the bills they've sponsored and co-sponsored, their public statements, to give you guys a really good snapshot on where these two candidates stand. I'm going to begin with Representative Schnelting. Again, Adam has been in the Missouri House for the last 6 years. The first thing to mention is that he has surveyed 100% pro-gun with the Missouri Firearms Coalition. Now, what it means to us to be 100% pro-gun is that Schnelting has vowed in writing, you can see his survey for yourself on our website, to not just vote pro-gun, but to fight to lead the gun rights battle in Jeff City by sponsoring pro-gun bills. Everyone's a safe yes vote in Jeff City when leadership says you're going to vote yes on this bill. That's the problem. Rhino leaders tank every expansion of gun rights for the last 3 or 4 years, again here in Missouri, and everyone sits down docilely and says, sir, yes, sir. We need fighters, and that's what a pro-gun survey means to us. That's what Adam Schnelting gave us, 100% pro-gun survey. But better than that, though, is the actual deeds, the actual work that Adam has done in the Missouri House for the last 6 years. This year, he was the lead sponsor on House Bill 1708. This is a bill that he has worked on for a very long time in Jeff City. It would get rid of deadly gun-free zones here in Missouri. A lot of folks might not know this, but we have 18 areas in the state that are off limits to gun owners according to state law. It's not federal stuff, it's state code that makes it a crime for you and I to carry in places like mass transit, busing, things of that nature. And we also know that gun-free zones are dangerous because that's where criminals go to get a body count. We see it all the time in the news. So Schnelting has fought for years to advance this. HB 1708 was his bill number this year. It was being fast-tracked until the Super Bowl parade shooting in Kansas City, at which point Republican leaders, and I use that phrase with some heavy sarcasm, the leadership in Jeff City pulled the bill because they were afraid of the optics of advancing gun rights on the wake of a criminal shooting at people at the parade. Insulting stuff. More than that, Adam's been the lead co-sponsor our bill this year, House Bill 2559, to enhance stand your ground law. We've got stand your ground law here in Missouri, but our current language is kind of weak in an environment where we have Kim Gardner-style prosecutors, thank God she's gone, who can come after you anytime they want. Here in Missouri, if we draw, let alone use our firearm in a self-defense shooting, the law assumes that we're guilty and we have to prove our innocence. In other states, the law assumes that we are innocent and it's the government's job to prove our guilt in a court of law. It's America, after all. We should be innocent until proven guilty, but we're not here in Missouri. when it comes to a use of force situation. Our bill would change all of that, and Schnelting was a lead co-sponsor on that bill, House Bill 2559. He also co-sponsored our bill, HB 1651, to ban red flag gun seizures here in Missouri for good. Other red states across the country are moving to flat out ban red flag gun seizures. Before the government can come and take away someone's firearms, there has to be a conviction in court for a disqualifying or prohibited offense. That way, you've got due process, you can have a jury, you can have counsel, you can have witnesses. There's an actual criminal procedure underway. That's our goal here in Missouri, is to make it a crime for the government to confiscate our firearms without having our day in court. Schnelting agrees, a leading co-sponsor on House Bill 1651. And it's really important to note here in Missouri, because after all, everybody's pro-gun. Notice my sarcasm. It's really important to note which candidates are willing to go and put pressure on their leadership team in Jeff City. Again, we haven't passed a gun bill here in Missouri now in 3 years. 3 years in a row, even while Biden goes crazy attacking our gun rights every single day. We need candidates who will push their leaders, and that's what Schnelting has done for the last 6 years in the Missouri House. And frankly, that's why a lot of folks, a lot of the lobby corps, a lot of the rhinos don't like him. But that's a very good thing for gun owners who are trying to gauge how someone would fight for their gun rights. So the recap on Schnelting: 100% pro-gun survey, will lead in the fight for gun rights, and more importantly, he has led. He has sponsored bills. He has co-sponsored bills. He has pushed his rhino leaders. He has fought to deliver gun victories for gun owners here in Missouri. That's the recap on Adam Schnelting. That brings up Phil Christofanelli. Now, I want to begin this by mentioning that Phil Christofanelli did survey with the Missouri Firearms Coalition, but it's important to note that it was a week or so after the deadline. Now, what does that really matter? I mean, 6-7 days, is it that big of a deal? It actually means quite a bit. When a candidate doesn't survey in time, but then they survey when they see other candidates that they're running against complete the survey, it makes us, and it makes gun owners in general, have to ask the question, was it an oversight? And it might have been. Or did Christofanelli survey only after he saw Schnelting's survey results on our website? I can't answer that question. Only Christofanelli can. But gun owners are free to ask the question because he missed the deadline by quite a bit. A very concerning thing. But what's not confusing, what's not up for debate, is the fact that Christofanelli, to our knowledge, has never co-sponsored a gun bill in his career in Jefferson City. We could be wrong, and if we are, we'll make some adjustments to that. But I can tell you for a fact that this year in Jeff City, he refused to co-sponsor HB 1708, Schnelting's bill to get rid of deadly gun-free zones. Christofanelli also refused to co-sponsor HB 2559, our bill to deal with enhancing or improving stand your ground law. Christofanelli also refused to co-sponsor HB 1651 this year, the bill to ban red flag gun seizures here in Missouri. And as far as we know, he has never sponsored a gun bill in his entire career in Jeff City. And so the question that we have to ask as gun owners is very simple. It's just why? Why won't Christofanelli survey on time? Why won't Christofanelli sponsor pro-gun bills? Why won't Christofanelli co-sponsor any of the gun bills that were in play this session in Jefferson City? Why won't he address these issues? That's a question only you can ask him and only he can answer. So guys, the recap here, it's pretty simple. Schnelting, 100% pro-gun survey, in 6 years of actively fighting to advance our gun rights in Jefferson City. With Christofanelli, he surveyed, I think, after he saw his opponent's survey, but he has never co-sponsored a gun bill or never filed a gun bill in Jefferson City, certainly not this year, as the stakes were really high in Jefferson City. So guys, if you see Adam Schnelting, thank him for all of this. Thank him for his leadership in the fight for gun rights. And if you see Christofanelli, I'd ask him, why haven't you co-sponsored gun bills? Have you ever filed your own gun bill? Ask him those questions, guys, and see what he has to say. That's our recap in this race. Guys, to see more recaps, go to our website, our Facebook page, YouTube channel, Twitter account, and make sure and share all this content on social media. Guys, join the fight today at joinmofc.com.